setup right. I think we are good. Don't need that scenes or any of that shit. Yeah, we go back. Okay. Let's get driving. We got 3 hours to go. I have to stop and cool out the car because it's fucking warm. And then no Vegas back streaming, so I have to pop in and say hello. The usual. Hopefully the air conditioning isn't too loud because it's fucking warm, so I need it. 21 degrees out here. What the fuck is going on? I do need to find a different cradle that doesn't show half of it, but unfortunately there's nothing I can do about that at present. Hopefully it's not too much of a distraction. There's still plenty of road to be seen. God, there's going to be clanking and all that constantly. I have so much booze in the car. They have to make sure to bring plenty of stuff the lads can't get over there, and they're just bits and pieces I wanted to bring. One of my bottles of sake from Japan. It'd be nice to share with the lads, you know, so had to be done. Plus I realised I had 2 bottles of Ronback, which the Character Rouge is one of my favourite, well, probably my favourite beer of all time. I had 2 bottles of it, so I was delighted about that. And now doing a mental rundown of like, shit, did I forget any charges or anything like that? Like, nah, I have them all. I know. Nah, I know it. It'll be grand. It's fair I was going away forever. The amount of shit I have with me is ridiculous. But I'm working from here as well, so I need my work laptop, I need my headphones, I need all the chargers for that, stands for that, all that shit, you know. Thankfully Caustic will have a spare monitor for me, so he can loan me, so I don't need to bring all that shit with me, thankfully. But otherwise, yeah, we're good. There are going to be lots of random silent moments as well, because I'm driving, so I need to pay attention to that more than anything else most of the time. But so far traffic doesn't look too bad. Hopefully it stays that way most of the way. From maps it looks like it will. Maps is kind of saying should be like a 3-hour straight run, so not bad. The kicker is either this Wednesday or next Wednesday I will have to do this again, because I have a in-person work meeting, which is a required meeting. So there's no choice in the matter. I hate this roundabout at the best of times because people are usually arseholes, but doing stuff like that, stopping right on the roundabout to block the rest of the traffic. It's an annoyance for sure. But it's not the worst thing in the world, so you know. Okay, I'm hoping that aircon is not too loud. If it is. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it. I need to not melt. So I can turn it on and off in between, but when it starts getting warm in the car again, it needs to go back on. I will not be having a good time, whatever it is. Somebody decided to indicate that they were taking a turn at the last minute, which was nice, very nice of them. No indicator at all, and then suddenly bam. Stupid motherfuckers. No harm though, so it is all good. Hey Nick Fist, how you doing, dude? How goes your Sunday? The coggers straight away, got that. You might be able to tell me when I have my aircon on, is it obnoxiously loud or can it not be heard at all over the many other sounds that are present? Because I mean, either way, I'm gonna need to have it on. Weather looks good there. Yeah, I mean, it's a little grey and cloudy, but it's warm. It's like 21 degrees outside right now, so it's fucking warm. And it's a clear day, and it's not very windy, so yeah, I mean, I would say it's a nice day out. Just some grey skies. That's normal though. You have a headset on. Right. Yeah, well, I mean, as long as it's not overbearingly loud, that's all I kind of... Well, I mean, the thing is, even if it is overbearingly loud, I still need it, so it would still have to happen. I can't drive in this otherwise. Yeah, I mean, I like this kind of weather. I'd be happier if it was a little bit cooler. 2021 is a little bit much, but it's not crazy hot, so it's not terrible. But it is crazy hot in the fucking car, so aircon on, and then it's not crazy hot in the car. Win-win. Excellent, I'm glad to hear you. You can hear me alright? Oh, dude, what are you doing? Random slowdowns because people up ahead are merging and cutting like idiots. Always good to see. He says sarcastically. How's your day been? What you up to today? Are we playing anything? Yeah, switching lanes late is annoying as fuck. Noita, what's that? I did actually, I think I saw it pop up on my Steam information or something at some stage that you were playing a game called that. Or maybe it was like you played it for the first time or something like that on the progress thing. What's it about? Do tell. 2D roguelike. Alright. How are you enjoying it? I have a few games I've kind of got my eye on a little bit here started playing some Crime Simulator, and that's so much fun. It's a simple game, but it's a lot of fun. I've played Peak a few times, which has been quite a lot of fun as well. I do have a couple of games I need to get my teeth into that are going to be off-stream games. This guy's going too slow. Into the left lane, please. And they're putting on the brakes for you, so there must be a couple of cars in front. We've just hit 120 kilometers and we're doing 100, so it's like, what the fuck is going on? Oh yeah, there's a big line of traffic up ahead. I can see it in the corner. I guess this is the speed we're doing for now. It's fine. So 2D roguelike, what kind of setting? It's like, do tell me more. What is it that you like about this one? You have a wand and know to pick up spells to add to the wand to make it more powerful. You just travel down to the underground as far as you can go. Oh, that sounds fun. Hey, Snowy. How are you? Happy Sunday. Only 2 days, Snowy. Only 2 days more. And you get to walk again. Without the pain. It's going to be amazing. The RNG, the feeling you get when you build. When you get build is really good. Oh, right. Build a really good one that gets destroyed. Oh man, that's gotta be fucking really annoying. If you get really good RNG, that's just kind of making me think. It's making me think of Blueprints. The amount of horrible RNG, like. There's also something about the animatic pixels. Alright, animation of pixels, nice. Fuck Blueprints. The part that got to me, Killswitch started playing Blueprints, and I think he got 20 hours in before he reached room 46. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? I was, I think, 45 hours or something like that before I finally hit room 46. The RNG was fucking insanely bad. Eventually I got some of the stuff that I needed to start progressing. But I did solve a lot of puzzles that he hadn't come across yet, which I thought was wild. But that's just the way RNG happens, so, you know. But yeah, there was a couple of puzzles I was waiting on where it was like, oh, they're multi-room, you need this room to spawn so that you can do this thing in that room and connect that room to this room, and then from that room you go to another room and you connect all three and you can finally make this thing happen. And it never happened, and as soon as I reached room 46 I was like, yeah, I'll play a couple more days, and then I was like, yeah, I'm not going back to it for a while. I might go back and revisit it in a little bit, but I was like, yeah, fuck that, I'm done for now. And I know it got extended for 3 months. It's a game club game for 3 months now. You almost missed the stream, didn't sleep much in the night, dozed off. Yeah, that's fine though, Snowy. You might dip in and out, fall back asleep. Yeah, do that, dude. Like, that's the thing. This is just an additional stream, and I mean, either way, any of my streams, you always dip in and out as you want, man. And sure, we're only going 15 minutes, so you didn't almost miss anything. It's 15 minutes in of what's going to be the guts of 3 hours. Traffic dependent, and it'll be a little bit under that. It'll probably be more 2.5, because when I get to Ballina, I'll probably stop and then go into like the Lidl and grab some food for the week, so that I have stuff to cook and I have lunches and shit for work. So we're probably looking at more about 2.5. At least keep the streak alive. Oh shit, it's not still going? God damn. Yeah, I do think that the way they're doing streaks for this whole thing on Twitch is kind of a bit bullshit. Like, if you even watch 1 second of a stream, your streak should count. It doesn't matter if you don't say a word, you're still watching. Oh, map's telling me police are reported ahead. Interesting. Not that I'm concerned. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm driving at the speed limit. But it's not something I've seen before pop up. Yeah, but I definitely think they need to sort out the streak shit, because like Jordy streams twice a week, and those 2 days every week Jordy streams are days I stream. So I'm always lurking in his channel when I'm streaming. I don't always get a chance to say hello. Usually after stream, if I haven't raided him, I'd pop in and say hello or whatever, but sometimes I'm fucking just knackered and just want to turn on my mind for a little bit, so I don't always. But the fact that I'm always in there and yet my streak consistently resets, it's just wild. It happened to Chelsea as well. Chelsea manager, like, especially like Chelsea's always there, and she does the Friday streams with him every fucking week, like, and I think she had something like 100, 120, something like that of a streak, and it went away. Do I lurk with 1% volume or 0? I mute the tab, I don't mute the stream. So the stream volume will be up, but I mute the tab. And I know that works because that's how I do drops. And I get drops all the time. You know what I mean? So I know it's not an issue for that. It counts as watching for drops. It should count as watching for a stream streak. Yeah, I never mute the stream volume. I always have stream volume up and just the browser tab muted. Dave pulled in behind that's a fucking Jaguar SUV. That thing has got to cost an insane amount of money. I guess there's two factors really. If you have it, you can do whatever the fuck you want, but some people are just really into cars as well. I just don't care. As long as it's four wheels, steering wheel, and it gets me from A to B, that's all I care about in a car. Fuck you money. Yeah, that's true. They probably do have fuck you money. I mean, that's really the only way you're going to drop 50, 60, 70, 80 grand on a fucking car or something like that, really, isn't it? Or to start dropping 100 plus. If you have that kind of fuck you money. Must be nice. Most of the time, apart from obviously when I come to Mayo, that's the exception to the rule really, but usually the most driving I do is from my house to the supermarkets and stuff like that. Probably like once a week, or on the weekend I'll go out somewhere a little bit, but I don't have to drive for work, so I don't use the car that much anymore. I don't see the point in spending silly money on a car. But it's funny because I was looking even to try and see if I could find a newer model of the car I'm driving, and they just don't seem to be selling. People seem to hold on to them, and they hold their price so fucking well. Like, even if I'm looking for, I've been looking at the same year, same make, same model car I'm driving right now, I out of curiosity, and they're selling for more than I paid for mine when I bought it, which is crazy. Like, it's an 18-year-old car. Volvo X Series. Why? What's so special about a Volvo X Series? What is it about it that appeals to you? See, that's the reason I would avoid a car. I don't like big cars, generally speaking. Like, right, I have a saloon right now, but I've always had hatchbacks most of the time, and I like them. I was even considering, big as fuck and they look nice. So I mean, looking nice is definitely a bonus. I was considering looking at a few smaller cars. Like, my mind half, only for the fact that it'd be a bit too small. I was dawdling with the idea of a Mini Cooper for a little while, purely because it still sticks in my head. My sister got a loan of a Mini Cooper while her car was being repaired a few years back, and the things are just nippy as fuck. They're torn turning is just insanely good. The handling is insanely good. And they just fucking get up and go. I was just like, shit, this is a great city car. Like, you just get where you need to go. But there's not enough fucking space in them to carry shit. So like, yeah. I mean, there is for basic stuff, but I like having this kind of car just because if I need to go fucking get a big piece of furniture, I can get it into the car. If I need a big piece of furniture, I gotta get a van, but you know, flat packed shit, I can just get it into this. You got crashed off the highway in a baby car after you never have a baby car. Ah, right, okay, that's fair. You never have a small car again after experience. Yeah, so if you have a bad experience with a small car, I get that. I can understand that. Like when I was in Canada, I was driving what I'd say was like a mix between a Jeep and an SUV. It was more of a Jeep, but it was a bigger car than I booked, because I booked basically I booked basically what I drive, like a saloon car, and they gave me SUV Jeep hybrid kind of thing instead, which I was like, okay, but I couldn't get over the size of some of the cars over there. Like, I felt like the car I was in would be a big car, or certainly what I would consider a big car here. But then you see some of the pickup trucks they have there, the things are fucking giants. It's weird as fuck. Even the parking spaces were like 3 times the size of the average parking space here. I was just like, holy fuck, this is mad. Mostly joking now, always in the back of your head. No, yeah, I get that. Like, you see blue sky, I know, right? It's that rare occasion. Just remember that blue sky is surrounded by clouds. And there's plenty of grey in them, so it's just an illusion. It is grey skies. It's pretty warm here as well. It's like 20 degrees outside, according to my car's thermometer. So, and I have the aircon on in the car. It's pretty fucking warm, like. works out well. But there's still like the money, the cost on an electric car right now. I would never. I just wouldn't pay it. I couldn't justify it. I'll stop off at the off license and pick up a couple of beers, and they didn't have anything major, but they had the Suntory lemon sour, which is the lemon soda, and it's incredible. Just bought a handful of other cans. I was like, yeah, grand, I have that, and I ended up buying whiskey that myself and Caustic bought way back when we were going to the airport. Oh, bad signal, yeah. I see it dropping. But yeah, so I got a load of those, and I got some honey whiskey, and I was like, okay, that's plenty. But then yesterday I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm going into the city centre to the off license I usually go to see if they have some really nice stuff for the lads, because there's a few beers they really like that you can't get over there. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go look. Went in, ended up filling a basket full in the first shop. I don't know how many beers I got a box full of beer, I was like, okay, that was some good beers. Could have gotten a few extra though. So I went to another one and ended up filling a bag in there. So yeah, I think I spent like fucking 150 quid on beer yesterday. So I've a lot of beer. And then realised I had 2 bottles that I brought back from Belgium the last time I was there. So I was like, right, I'll bring them. And then one of the really good bottles of sake from Japan that I brought back. I was like, yeah, I'm taking that with me as well. I'm bringing that over to drink that with the lads. So we have a really nice bottle of sake to enjoy. So yeah, there's quite a bit of alcohol in the car right now. But that is tradition. I go to Mayo, I bring lots of booze. It's just how it is. In the title as well, so I'm hoping nobody is doing anything like that. I'll check later anyway. Well, for channel points and shit, obviously. I don't know if I don't think sound alerts won't work either. I can refund the channel point once. I think. I don't know if I can, but yeah, we'll figure something out. Hopefully, people will read the title and not redeem. The map's telling me again the police are reported up ahead. I'm like, okay. That's good for them. Guess they're out with speed cameras and shit today. Trying to catch people misbehaving. It's not even a proper song as such. It's, I was hanging out in Mitch's stream on Friday night, and his raid alert is stuck in my head. Of all fucking things. It is a song in and of itself, but it's a song about getting raided. Down a bit. It's nice. It's gone down from, it's 21 when he started, it's now down to 19. We like that. Keep dropping. I'm good with that. Sped up insane amount just so they could pass me to be stuck behind the car in front of me. I do not get that. Like, relax the fuck. I'm going at the speed limit as is everyone else. You're not going to get past a ton of cars. I kind of looked out with the weather, being stuck in a room. Don't have to run loud ass AC all the time is good. Yeah. See, I don't mind my AC. The portable AC I have at home is not that bad. It's not super loud. Like I have it running during streams quite often, and you don't pick it up. And when I have my headphones on, I don't hear it. There's been just hear it, and if the room's particularly good like that though. I'm glad it's not super loud, because I wouldn't be able, because I've left it on while I've been sleeping a few times during those kind of nights as well, where it's super warm nights from sleeping. Not that loud noise would stop me sleeping. I'd still fall asleep if I'm tired. That shit'll never change. Excited for Tuesday for you, Snow, I gotta say. Looking forward to hearing all went well and that pain is just fucking gone. Day for a driving stream as well. An unobstructed view. It's not pissing rain, so you can see everything is looking quite nice. And we haven't been without rain or anything like that, so shit's not drying up. It's always good. There's one summer not that long ago, only a few years back, where we went like 2-3 weeks. Except for the drive, just did some planning. Go around 5:30. Oh, I mean, even at 5:30, it's not that bad in the grand scheme of things. We are in a terrible signal area right now, by the way. I mean, compared to some of the times you've been up for work and stuff anyway. It's not like you wouldn't be used to some crazy times. Oh yeah, it's worth it, absolutely. They told you be there at 3 AM, it's still worth it. Doesn't matter what time you have to get up and go, you just go to bed earlier the night before and you're grand. Every time, the weight of my phone is just tilting the camera of the phone, so the angle's getting a bit off, and every time I move it back, and eventually I'll have to tighten up the stand. Must be a little bit loose, but I'm not going to fuck with it now, not while I'm driving. There's no point doing that, that would be silly. Wait to hear all success, no pain, can actually walk. It's gonna be great for you, man. well enough to sleep through it. It's usually out around that time. Yeah, there you go. And I mean, you'll also have the forced sleep from being knocked the fuck out by the anaesthetist, so, you know. There's also that. Snowy, thank you for hanging, dude. Enjoy your extra snooze. Hopefully it's better than your sleep last night, and thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. And this is Ballinalack. Small little town, and we are out of it now, pretty much. His name Nota means, oh, is witch and finish. Oh, that's cool. Which makes sense then towards the wand shit. Good safe drive. Thank you, Snowy. Sleep well, man. I'm probably then completely mispronouncing it. I didn't realise it was a different language. It's probably some rolled word in there. I don't think it's Noita. It'll be something else. We need Enyo to randomly pop in and tell us. Yeah, I think the way my pronunciation of that is definitely going to be wrong. Yeah, just tell Enyo. Enyo, come here for a minute. How's this pronounced? Wait, what the fuck just happened? My views just popped up. Did somebody pop in? Oh, Bell resubbed. Nobody told me. Bell, thank you very much. I don't know what the fuck happened with oh shit. Right, I'm gonna have to pop out for a moment because my maps popped off, and then pop back in here. Hopefully that doesn't cause any disruption majorly. I thought somebody raided there because that just jumped hugely, but I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, I might even. No, I was gonna say I might DM Enyo and ask her, but like, why the fuck would I do that? Google exists. I'll just go to Google Translate and put it in and hear what it's actually, how it's actually pronounced. It's like that Pretty Derby game Snowy's been playing, and the U isn't even pronounced at the start of it. I was like, okay, shit, this is completely different than how I thought it is. And the fact that it's the two words for horse girl, Pretty Derby. I'm like, for fuck's sake, okay, makes sense. It's funny though that people are losing their shit for that game. Well, not losing their shit, but I should probably look and see what the fuss is about. but I don't think it'll be something I'll play. And we slow the fuck down as we come into the rat home. And we turn the air conditioning back on because it's getting hot in the car. Finish, huh? Is it a finished developer, or is it just they just liked that word? I mean, I can understand if you're going to create a roguelike about building up a wand, you don't want to just call it Witch. It's not as punchy. Plus there's already quite a few games out there called Witch or Witches or some variation on it. So if you find another language, I'm like, what's this word in this language? And like, oh shit, okay, that's cool. I like the sound of that. That's what we're calling my game. And on we go, out of the village in the lovely Westmead. Nola Games based in Helsinki. Oh, so, okay, so they are finished. Okay, fair. Then it makes even more sense. I'm trying to now, because I'm trying to remember what the Irish word for witch is, and it's gone out of my head completely. I cannot fucking remember it. Like, shit, what the fuck is it again? I don't know that's going to come back to me. I might have to look it up. It's the only game listed on their Steam. Ah, right. Yeah, there's a few publishers like that, though, that have games like that, just indie games that are the only games they have. Because it's their full focus or their first game that have been doing really well on Steam. I do like when I see small gaming companies and indie devs making games that are like made for the love of the game, and it does really well. Now we are in County Longford. We've left Westmead. This is Caustic's favourite county. He loves Longford. He's so happy about Longford. Add to it why I say that, there's basically there's an app called Halfway, like I think it's like Me Halfway or something like that. There's a website where you can put in two destinations and it'll tell you what is roughly in the middle and what's around. So if you were like, I'm looking for a cinema halfway between here and here, I'd recommend places to go. So myself and Caustic used that one day. It was like, it's not fair in him to be driving to Dublin or me driving to Mayo just for like a day. It's like, let's find a halfway point. At least then it splits the drive for both of us. And we found it was Longford. We're like, okay, that's grand. It works out about an hour and a half for me, an hour and a half for him. Happy days. And we start doing like some meet up, and there's a cinema there, and there's a few restaurants where you can get some food, or a cafe. It's like, grand, that's all we need. We just need somewhere you can go, sit down, have a bite to eat, and then catch a movie, catch up. It works. But for some reason, like, there's literally nothing in Longford other than that. It's a really quiet kind of area, a quiet town, city, whatever, village, county. Longford, the main area is very quiet. But yeah, it's just grown a disdain for it, it seems. I don't get it. It's a magical action roguelike set in a world where pixel is physically stimulated. Fight, explore, melt, burn, freeze, and evaporate your way through the procedurally generated world. Use using spells you created yourself. That sounds cool as fuck. I'm gonna have to look. I know it's gonna probably like, I'm guessing it's pixel art kind of styling on it anyway, because I know a lot of those games are. I'd be curious to see. I'll have to look it on Steam and see what it looks like. I'm not sure that it's going to be a game I'll play necessarily, but it's certainly a game I'll look at. Pixel art, but it works in this context. Yeah, I mean, if it's like the whole you physically interact with the pixels to cause things to happen, it's perfectly sensible that would be pixel art. And I've nothing against pixel art. I think pixel art is great in certain circumstances. Depends on the game. If it makes sense in the context of the game, then yeah. Well, you get like a really in-depth story game with lots of fucking visuals, or what you would expect to have lots of visuals. It's not necessarily always the way. But yeah, there's a lot of really good pixel art games out there. It's so funny. I've been seeing seeing random clips here and there on like Instagram or YouTube shorts or TikToks about Pirate Software and devs breaking down his source code for Hearthstone and showing some of the stuff that he does in it. And when I saw like some of the code, I don't know how true it is, I've not fact checked or anything, but seeing the way some of it is coded is just fucking wild. Some of the references and some of the, like, there seems to be a lot of like if-else cases and switch statements and shit like that. Which, I mean, if it works, it works. But fuck me, there's some insane looking code in terms of like readability, and it's probably done intentionally, maybe, I don't know, but some of the readability on some of it is just like, oh well, you've got lots of choices to make, so here's an array of 150 things in a switch statement, or just, yeah, I'm going to reference every single individual one of these in a specific way, so I have 150 lines, and then I'm going to assign them Boolean values at what is seemingly random. There's some crazy shit like that. But I know there's a whole lot of stuff going on about him anyway, and some of the claims he makes, and this whole fucking ego trip against Stop Killing Games, which I think is just wild. I did think he was an interesting guy, but when I start hearing the comments about Stop Killing Games, and then how he pretty much fucking derailed them for a long time, it was like, that's shitty. Because they were claiming stuff that they weren't at all, and it was clear that what was being said was in no way what they were doing, which is odd. And then the refusal to ever apologize, which is something I'd not really noticed until people start bringing up shit. It's like, well, we just see things from a different point of view. Like, just admit you're wrong, dude. Like, it's not that big a deal. Say, yeah, sorry, that's on me, my bad. Move on. But that word's not in that guy's vocabulary, which is fucking lunacy. But I haven't gone back. Like, I know that Heartbound game, Kill gifted it to me a while ago and I played on stream, but it was only like 2 or 3 chapters out of 5 or 6 that were live. I think 2 chapters maybe, and it's kind of like, what the fuck, the game's nowhere near finished, why is it out? Even as an early access, the fact that there's like substantial amount of story in the game that you can't access is crazy, that it released in that state. But don't know how much more is out of it. I'll have to have a look and see how much has been released since the last time. They might have released a load of more content for it. In which case, I can play some more. When I'm back, I'm gonna just do a couple of weeks of or no, not a couple of weeks, because I don't think there'll be a couple of weeks in it. Maybe there will, I don't know, we'll find out. But I think I'm just gonna do every stream of We Happy Few. We start play it off stream and get the story more, and I'd like to complete it. So I think when I start the streams back, when I get back, I'm going to be just doing We Happy Few till I finish it, and then that'll give me there's a couple of other games I wanted to play. I want to do a playthrough in Madison, and then I have Apex Peak, or fuck, I can't think of the other name. There are two other games that I'm kind of thinking I wouldn't mind doing one of them. Like Broken Sword 4 and 5 that I would like to get back to. We haven't played Broken Sword in ages, but we had a bad taste in the mouth after Broken Sword fucking 3 and how shit that was, so I stayed away from Broken Sword for a little bit. And then what I do want to do, which I'll probably end up playing for a couple of weeks solid then for streams, is I want to start playing Elden Ring. Hate it, and I'd like to start. Broken Swords 3 we do not speak of. Oh man, that was a fucking struggle. Everything about that game was bad. Like how you go from a point and click adventure game to suddenly deciding, hey, guess what? We're going to change all the controls completely. It's no longer point and click, and we're going to have some really convoluted bullshit way of moving. Oh god, it was just fucking terrible. From what I've read, they get back to their roots on fucking Broken Sword 4, so I'm like, okay. Funnily enough, Broken Sword 1 has had another remaster recently. So obviously there's the OG version. They did a bit of a remaster a few years later, and then not too long ago, I can't remember when, but I know it's not insanely long ago that it had another complete rework. But I don't think it's been long enough since I played it that it would warrant buying it again and playing it again, you know what I mean? I think it'll need a while. I also want to do a bastard run in Baldur's Gate. I think that'd be fun. I think it would be hard as fuck, but I think it'd be fun as well. And Baldur's Gate has changed a bit since I last played it. There's been a lot of additions. They added some new classes. They've added some new weapons, I believe. So I wouldn't mind checking it out and seeing what's going down with it, you know. But I just like the idea, because obviously I think most people find themselves when they play games like that where there's a morality in it, they want to play the bad guy at times, but ultimately find their moral compass kicking in and veering towards being more virtuous, whatever way you want to go, whatever you want to say it. Hey Chelsea, how are you? Drive is going well. How was the rest of your stream? How was Sims? We were just talking about, I was just talking about some other games. So obviously I'm going to be away for a couple of weeks, so I won't be streaming, but when I'm back I am going to focus on We Happy Few to finish that off. So I'm really enjoying the game, so I would like to just play more of it and finish the game. And then I want to get through a couple of horror games, maybe some Broken Sword. But ultimately I'd like to clear out a couple of games, and then I kind of want to play Elden Ring. I've never played it. I've had it for a while. I've only ever I basically loaded the game up, created a character, logged them in, and turned off the game. So it's like I have a character made, ready to play, but he's only taken 2 steps in the game, and that's it. So I would like to because I just like it. I think it's more fun if I do it on stream. Probably first time ever playing the game. Everything seems to be more smoothly. Nice. Hopefully all is good and we can catch more of your streams. That's great. Need to get caught up on the VODs. Nice. Yeah, I think I have probably the last stream isn't up yet on YouTube, but the rest of them should be. But they're all like, should all still be live in the VODs anyway on Twitch. But yeah, I thought I finished. I don't know what you last saw, but I thought I finished it, and it turns out there's additional chapters. I don't know if that's base game or if there's a DLC that's causing it, but either way, it's like, oh, okay, we have more game to play. Broken Sword sounds fun. Yeah, I'm just thinking about I have broken. Holy shit! I just saw the sign for that. They're selling the stall selling strawberries, and they're selling 4 kilo boxes of strawberries for €20. Like, god damn, what the fuck? He was like, yeah, I want 4 kilos of strawberries, please. Fuck me. But yeah, obviously I haven't played Broken Sword in quite some time. There's been a new re-release of Broken Sword 1 since, which was interesting to find out. Obviously Broken Sword 3 was the disappointment we played the last time, and what decided to take a break from the Broken Sword series. But 4 and 5, I've heard good things, so I have them, and I know there's a 6 in the works, so it'd be cool to get 4 and 5 done before 6 comes out. I think that'd be fun. But yeah, I want to do Madison as well. I want to play through Madison, and I want to do, I don't know if I'll do it on stream or off stream. I might make an off stream thing potentially. I'll see how I feel, but I want to do another run on Baldur's Gate. I haven't played it since I completed it. I had a co-op run that myself and Misty played. And is Madison like a horror? Yes, it's basically Oh, here comes the giant fiddle in the hill. Anybody misses it, on the right here. Giant fiddle in the hill. Yeah, it's kind of survival horror. I want to do a bastard run, Chelsea, yes. I basically want to pick every shitty decision you can pick. If I can fight somebody, I'm going to fight them. If I can tell them to go fuck themselves, I'm going to tell them to go fuck themselves. If I get an opportunity to kill somebody, I will kill them. I'm going to basically take that, yeah, no mercy run. Pick whatever I think is the most morally wrong decision to pick, and I will pick that. So I am fully aware, however, it will lead me to not get some characters. So, like, for example, I probably won't ever get Gale, because little help, go fuck yourself will be the answer kind of thing. So I'm guessing that will lead to me not getting him. Your one on the ship at the start, whose name I'm forgetting for some reason, despite the fact that I used her quite a bit. I just won't rescue her. I'll be like, nah, do it yourself, fuck you. Astarion, Shadowheart, thank you. Astarion, when it's like you first encounter him and there's a chance to fight him or kill him, I'll probably take that. Well, I won't probably, I will take that. So what will happen if the game stops you, or if you will actually be able to kill the character, you know, stuff like that. So, and then yeah, the druids, I'll fucking burn the grove, all this kind of shit. Will be like, yeah, I'm with the goblins, burn this shit down. And then when you're in the goblins area and they're like, what do you notice? Oh yeah, they're over there, that's that guy there, he's doing this, he's doing. I'll basically pick every shitty decision to get maximum horror and mayhem out of the game. It's gonna be mean. I think as well, I honestly think it's gonna make the game a lot harder to play, I suspect. Like, I'm gonna have to do a bit of research into what the best class and build to play for such a run is, and get recommendations on it, because I feel like I'm gonna be solo quite a bit. I feel like there's not gonna be a lot of characters that will hang with that kind of attitude, and I'll probably have opportunities to backstab and kill some of those characters at some stage. So as per the ethos of that run, I will do it. Anyone I can turn over for a quick buck or fuck over for my benefit. To be honest, if you're not able to kill a Astarion, you probably... Yeah, exactly, that's the thing. I can see that being Astarion's vibe as well. Just the bastard of it. When, like, the whole attack him, fight him thing might actually not turn out how I think it would. It could be that he'll laugh about it and be like, oh, we should be best friends. I love that. You know, that kind of thing. So it's a high possibility that could be the answer. I don't know. And that's why I want to do it, you know, because I don't know. And I haven't watched a lot about Baldur's Gate and the options for it. I just know. I do feel like it probably means the only thing there is when I done my original run, I went full illithid. I let it take over. I consumed all the worms. I got those extra powers. It was fucking cool. I felt like it fit the canon of my character, essentially, because he was like a wizard, mage, fucking whatever the fuck going on. And after I made a few decisions, it was just like, it this just feels right to just go with this and just eat all the worms and let them take over and take that power. So I did. Mind control people and fuck with people? Hell yeah, I do. So I feel like that's gonna be a common thing within the runs. I'm also very aware signal for this area is beyond dog shit, so no apparent reason. Hey, Little John, how are you keeping? How's life treating you? And we are now in Roscommon. I'm good, man, I'm good. Heading to Mayo for a couple of weeks, so gonna be good times. I figured I'd do the usual driving stream because fuck it, why not? What you been playing lately, Little John? Playing anything new or fun? How long is the drive? It's just over 3 hours though. So we're almost halfway. We've been going for an hour and 25. But I'll probably finish up around 2.5 because I'm gonna go to the shops and pick up food and stuff for the week. Hey, Kill. Mainly DVD and TCM. Shit, I haven't played TCM in ages. How is TCM holding up? Because I know a lot of people just left because they were making some weird decisions. I thought I heard something about them because I did hear TCM have cancelled their further content releases. Are they talking about shutting it down? I've not seen anything recently about it, but when I heard that I was kind of like, well, I'm not in a hurry to go back to this then. If it's a game that they're going to get rid of, I'm not really putting more time into it. I did enjoy that game quite a bit though. Yeah, I've been playing a medley of games, lots of story games. Off stream, I've been playing a little bit of DVD, but not a lot. And then off stream, I've been playing some. I started playing some Power Wash Sim. That was fun. Completed the campaign on that. Started playing some Crime Simulator. Schedule 1, which was a lot of fun. Still holding up, they're not shutting it down. Okay, that's good. Just not releasing anything new. Any more DLCs? Well, I mean, not releasing any more DLCs is fine. I felt like they released too much DLC for a game that, like, the game came out with DLC immediately, which I felt like was a bit much, and then they kept bringing out like, oh, here's new skins, and here's new characters, and here's another new character, oh, and here's another new character, and it's just like, let's just fucking chill out. Because they were releasing shit like crazy without addressing some of the main problems. and some of the problems with queue times and some of the problems with like mechanic abuse and shit like that. There's still so many fundamental problems within the game that they were releasing content then that was breaking it and causing bugs. So hopefully they chill the fuck out. Now that they're not pushing for more releases of it, more DLC, fingers crossed that means they'll actually focus on fixing the shit that hasn't been fixed. Did you get to play much of the DVD anniversary stuff? And yeah, DVD has, I think it's this Tuesday maybe? This Tuesday, this Thursday, I can't remember when, they're releasing their Walking Dead chapter. So they've got Rick and Michonne. You did play DVD a good bit. Nice. Yeah, I mean the anniversary stuff when blood points are flying, it's always a good time to play it. And especially with the new, well not new, but the newer blood point spending system where you can just blow all your blood points in one go. It's so good. They really fucking finally sorted a big problem in that game, because the tedium of having to spend blood points was so annoying. To release Joel, Ellie and a bloater in DVD. That would be interesting to see as well. Those are other games I really want to see. Other games I really want to play through. So I've not played Last of Us 2. It's been a long time since I played The Last of Us. I wouldn't mind doing playthroughs of those games again. I'm doing a playthrough of the first and I'm playing the second. I think it'd be fun. You love the auto spell on the DVD. Yeah, people have been saying they need to do that for years. They finally did something. Like the middle red button to auto complete was a nice addition to speed things up, but it was nowhere near what it should have been. They should have just brought in what they have now with the mass spend. But at least it gives you options. You can use the autocomplete. When are they releasing the Twilight content? Is that a Halloween? Yeah, I think so. It's either Halloween or Valentine's Day kill, depending on your proclivities, I think. And they're upping the sparkle power of the vampires. They have a skin where you're just a diamond, so you can shine even brighter in the sun. Oh shit. I mean, I remember when that came out and I was like, shit, yeah, another vampire movie, this is going to be great. And my girlfriend at the time was like, you won't like these. I'm like, why not? It's like, it's not a typical vampire movie. I was like, okay, what is it? Like, oh, there's this, that and the other. They don't follow this rule. Okay, what happens? Well, they sparkle in the sun. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean they sparkle in the sun? And that's their weakness. Like, yeah, like, okay, that's wild. But I've heard about it more recently, and the reasoning behind why that happens makes sense when they're like, oh, well, their skin is kind of armored in like diamond-like texture as a defense. Like it's crystalline fucking makeup on their skin that causes the shining. I'm like, okay, that makes a little more sense. But still, fucking shiny vampires, what's going on? I'll give him that. And it has led to many, many memes, so, you know, that's always a good one as well. Shit, roadworks going on. Only minor, okay, not too bad. Roundabouts or red lights better? I'll say red lights are stop signs in the US. Noticed outside the cities in Ireland mainly roundabouts. Yeah, roundabouts are just easier to deal with. I'd prefer roundabouts. Like, obviously there's some places you need red lights because pedestrian crossing or whatever, but roundabouts work and they work well. So especially, I wouldn't have like cross junctions and shit like that over a roundabout. That's the reason roundabouts exist, is to stop like cross junctions and shit like that, where you get people unsure who has right away when and all this kind of bollocks. People play that dance. At least at a roundabout, you look to your right. Is there somebody coming? No. Off you go. Or if you're in a country that drives on the right, you look to your left. You know, straightforward and handy. Friend Ross is like me, says keep traffic phone. Yeah, exactly, that's it. They do it well. There's been tests done before. I remember seeing, I think it might have even been some like Mythbusters. They compared roundabouts to like cross junctions, and yeah, they found like for flow and for ease of it all, roundabouts were just far better. But as long as you understand the rules of it, you don't have to think. It just becomes second nature. You just look, nobody's there, I don't have to yield right away, off we go. Didn't get to drive in Ireland. Planning on going to the UK in late summer 2026. Maybe then. Nice. Where are you heading in the UK? You got anything specific you're going over for then, or just you want to go to the UK and you've never been there, so you're going to go? The handy thing as well is that driving in the UK is, certainly for me, it was very handy because same rules, same sides of the road. There's a slight different sequence to the lights, but it's nothing major. And certainly a lot of drivers seem to be lunatics, but you know, England, Wales and Scotland is maybe a 10-day trip. Geez, you'll have to very carefully pick if you want to hit England, Wales and Scotland. There's a lot to see between all those places. You'll have to keep that itinerary tight. Maybe specific parts of each country you're looking to go to, or you know people in each place and you're going to go hang with them, or what's the thinking? London and the outskirts of London, and there's a lot of shit to see, a lot of shit to get around on the tube, and that takes fucking planning to get that right, especially going, if you're trying to get out of there and go back to the airport or something like that. You got to be careful of what day you do it on, because there's constantly works in the London Underground on Sundays and shit like that, or train works on Sundays in the UK. That said, that's only an issue if you're in London. If you're not going there, you don't have to worry about it. Visit places to see places where people live. Oh, nice. Start in London and end in Edinburgh. Edinburgh is really nice. I like Edinburgh. I've only been once for a long weekend, but yeah, it was really good. Lovely place, lovely city, lots to do, lovely people. And there's some really good walking tours in Edinburgh that are free, which you can go on. Basically, it's just tip the guide kind of thing, because they don't get paid. They get paid in tips kind of thing, because they're free walking tours. But yeah, we went on one, it was really good. Starting in London, I guess, makes sense as well. It's a bigger hub for flying into. There's a lot more airport options. Free walking tours sound nice. Yeah, they're all over Edinburgh. We came across quite a few, and just the one we had, I can't remember what it was, but TripAdvisor and stuff like that won't steer you wrong for those kind of things. You'll get some good information on them, and this came highly rated, so we went for it, and yeah, it was great. Our guide was just insanely knowledgeable and took us through all the alleyways and back areas and pointed out the historical landmarks and just different random things about the city and how it was built. And Edinburgh Castle is just insane. When you're up there and looking down, you can see the whole city. It's wild. Off the windscreen. Fly from Atlanta, Georgia to London, fly back from Edinburgh, Atlanta. Should be able to get non-stop flights. Nice. That'll be good. Have you got things in mind that you want to do already? Like, what's the number one thing you want to see in London? What's the number one thing you want to see in Edinburgh? Recommend London Dungeons are good for the tour guide, or not the tour guide, the museum type thing they have going on in London Dungeon is good. The London Eye is, I mean, it's a typical tourist thing, but it does give you a nice view. It's worth seeing at least once. People around who live in London who can advise way better on what to do and avoid and all that, you know. We've cooled down. We've gone from 21 to 18 and the rain is out. So you know you're going west. everybody's saying it's a really good day for visibility. We jinxed it. Got about 45 minutes more before I stop to pick up some bits and pieces. So when that happens, that will be the end pretty much. Let's see what happens though. Fly overnight on a Friday. Saturday morning in London, flying midday Labour Day Monday back home. London probably Buckingham Palace, Big Ben, London Eye. Edinburgh probably Edinburgh Castle. Yeah, Edinburgh Castle is definitely a must do. I would highly recommend one of the walking tours, because I think the walking tour lasts about 2 hours, and then you just stroll around. You end up going up towards Edinburgh Castle as well as part of it, and they just point out different monuments and different kind of interesting just points of interest and how things used to be in the city and all that kind of thing. It's really cool. Well, certainly the one we went on did, and it was very enjoyable because we'd only went over for a long weekend. The whole idea was, it's just going to be a lads' weekend, we're going to have a big piss-up kind of thing. But we also said there's no way we're going to Edinburgh and not doing some sightseeing as well, because otherwise, if we just want to piss up, we can just stay in Ireland. There's no need to leave the country for a piss-up. So I was like, yeah, we can have a piss-up in Edinburgh, but we need to go see some of the sights and take in some of the stuff around, and we did. It was a good balance, and it was an incredible. I remember we were on a pub crawl. We had a heavy night of drinking, and then we done a walking tour the next day, and we were all dying for a bit of like comfort food, and we asked the tour guide at the end, and he recommended this cafe called Mum's, which was just incredible. It was basically real proper comfort food. No, like it wasn't a greasy spoon as such, but it kind of was at the same time. Just really good, decent food, nothing fancy, nothing over the top. Just good food. And we liked it so much, next day we went straight back. We're like, yeah, we're going for breakfast, fuck this. And that's what we did, and it was great. So if you're in Edinburgh and you happen to come across Mum's Cafe, go eat in there, it's really nice. Also get the Isle of Man, since you can't include the last two. Already tight trip, yeah. No, it makes sense. Yeah, the thing is, depending on what you do, there's a lot to do in Dublin, and depending on the time of year, I would highly recommend the Dublin Ghost Bus Tour. basically the Dublin Ghost Bus tour, especially if it's during the winter, where we're getting dark at like 4:30 in the day. So when you're going on the night one, it's really fucking good, and they bring you around some of the haunted locations where there's been various folklore and tales around Dublin of different things, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've brought a few friends on them and it's really good. Mum's Cafe in Edinburgh is really good, and London Dungeon Tours, so it's kind of like a museum almost, London Dungeon. You should be able to find out. So like there's the London Dungeon associated with Tower Bridge, I think. It's not that. It's the I think they like it's like a wax museum tour place, but they have people wandering as well. So they have like actors dressed up wandering around a bit as well. I only done it the once, and it was a long time ago, but it was a lot of fun. And you just wander through and encounter different things. It's kind of like a self-guided tour. But again, like TripAdvisor and stuff like that will have you covered for a lot of that kind of stuff, for recommendations. Plus, people from the UK you can talk to will be able to tell you yay or nay in terms of if it's good still or not. It was good when I went, but it's probably been 10-15 years ago that I went to it, you know what I mean? So I couldn't tell you what it's like now. It was only a few years ago I done the London Eye. That was a good view. It was cool to see. And then there's some like, we went with a load of gamer friends for like a WoW clan kind of thing we were part of for a meetup for WoW community, and they still do meetups every year. I just haven't been there in a few years. They're kind of not worked out, but there's lots of like gaming cafes and stuff around you can go to, or gaming bars where you can rent like they'll have tabletop games and you can get drinks and stuff there as well. There was one, the first time I went, the one we went to was incredible. That's gone now though. And then they have some cool escape rooms and shit like that as well. There's loads of VR rooms and stuff like that as well. It really depends on what you're looking. Obviously, if you're there for the first time, you want more cultural type shit. You don't want to be going over to play fucking games and stuff. Yeah, we had a lot of fun with the escape rooms. I've done escape rooms in London twice. They were a lot of fun. And the gaming cafes were cool. There's a big one now. I don't remember the name of it, but they have tons of board games there. So you pay for the table service, you pay a table fee, I should say, and you can get food and drink off them, and they do all kinds of cocktails and different drinks and stuff. And you can just play lots of board games and shit there as well. And you usually rent out the table for a couple of hours, and then you gotta get the fuck out kind of thing, you know. But they were good fun. It depends on the group you're with as well, really. If your friends are into that kind of stuff and want to go somewhere like that. So I don't necessarily think like the gaming cafes for tabletop stuff, it's not something you go alone and do really, because most of the time most people are there with groups. They're not going to have space to just go, oh yeah, come join us, you know. London's good. I like it. It's a good place to visit. I couldn't live there. I just think it's too fucking chaotic for me. But I've not visited the suburbs. I've only ever really been in London city as such. I've not been in any of the suburbs. And I know a few people that have lived there and they like it, so, you know. And obviously there's plenty of people that live there who love living there, so it's not an issue there. There's too much bullshit attached to that. I know some people that you want to meet up with. I don't think I know anybody from Edinburgh. I mean, of course, first person that comes to mind that's in London would be Misty. But I think that would take a lot of planning. She has that whole doesn't like people thing, you know, which is understandable. That would take a lot of planning and a lot of work to make happen. But it would be fun, I'm sure, I've no doubt about it. To know a few people from Scotland from the WoW days, but I don't anymore. I'm trying to think if I know anyone Scottish now. Here and there on Twitch a little bit now and then, but nobody I'd play with. Misty is the main person. You did invite others, you visit her alone if necessary. I mean, that's great if she's down for that. Awesome. I'm sure it'll be a good time. But I know Misty's not massively comfortable doing in-person stuff, so it'll obviously take a bit of planning. Like when I done my UK road trip last year, I knew I wouldn't be getting to hang out with Misty because she doesn't like too much shit in person too often. And I got that. That's all good. I completely understand that. That was a fun road trip. I did get to see a lot of people. So much driving when I done that was crazy. But it was a good experience. And it got me from one end of the country to the other. Obviously, that's not the case. You wouldn't plan a road trip if you don't. I was quite pleasantly surprised at how handy it is taking the ferries with the car. Thought ferry with the car always sounded like crazy expensive, but actually turned out not too bad when I went. That could have been a lot to do with the time of year as well, though. Too much. I mean, it was expensive. It was a lot more expensive than a flight. I will say that much. But it wasn't like break the bank. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to sell a kidney for this kind of shit. Like, I think it was about €500 return or something in that region. 500 or 600 return. It could have been less. I honestly can't remember now, but I know it was a lot more than a flight. We could have flown there way easier and way cheaper, but that's easily done because you can fly to the UK for like 50 quid or less depending on when you go and where you go. But I intentionally done this with like that whole trip in mind and planned it all out that right. I'm going to allocate money towards all this kind of shit, and I had money cover petrol costs and all that kind of stuff as well. So once you're kind of committed to doing that, and your part of your trip is all that shit, it's easy. It's like, okay, it's grand. That's what I've decided. And it was fun because I was able to bring over a load of snacks and drinks and stuff with me from home in the boot of the car, and then give them to people. So it was nice being able to give everyone a box of snacks and drinks and stuff, which is not something I'd have been able to do if I took a plane, because you can't bring those liquids, or you can, but not as much as I have with me. I just wanted to talk, why not, you know? Gives everybody I got to hang out, gives them something nice to enjoy when they get home. Got to bring some US snacks as gifts. Yeah, I mean, it's always fun to give people a taste of what's available in your, or what your go-to kind of snacks, or what's really good about what places do. And our dairy is particularly good. Our milk is apparently next level. I'm just used to it, but I've seen people making comments about Irish milk and how good it is. And I know our butter goes worldwide. And then our milk chocolate is usually just super creamy because of the milk. So we end up with some good chocolate. Just after the 2-hour mark. Excellent. We're getting close to being in Mayo. Not that much longer and we will cross the border. The rain's all fucked off and the sun's out again. Hey, Paladol. Around here in the Netherlands, a lot of chocolate has no milk in it, just palm fats. Oh, fuck that. Nah, we've plenty. Neil and Caustic would be posting in the WhatsApp group some of the interesting snacks we'd find, especially when I came to chocolate. I'm used to find flavours that friends in the UK or the Netherlands had never heard of, and we're like, what the fuck? And it turns out, when we eventually looked into it, that Ireland is used as a testing ground for a lot of new chocolate flavours. So quite often we'll get really bizarre chocolate flavours to test out and see how well they do here. And if they do well here, it'll be rolled out to the European market. So like, I think last thing I saw was I think Kill posted a white chocolate twirl, which was interesting looking. Mayo is very out in the country, isn't it? Well, Mayo is on the west coast. White dipped twirls, yeah, that's the one. White chocolate dipped. I'll have to give one of them a shot. I haven't seen them. I haven't been looking for them, but I know where to get them. I'm guessing they're in Central. From Dublin, so Dublin is on the east coast, Mayo's on the west, so I'm going complete east to complete west. So far out is really relevant to where, but even at that, it's only a 3-hour drive. It's not crazy. It's not that bad at all. You didn't try many Irish brands. Yeah, I remember seeing you streaming your snack choices, and your friend had you picking a lot of like English brands and even some European brands for snacks. So I was quite confused at some of the choices. I remember thinking like, why are you trying all these in Ireland? These are not Irish snacks. What the fuck is going on? When I looked at it after, because it was pretty late, I think I was in bed when you were actually doing it. It's kind of funny. But I'm guessing he didn't realise they weren't Irish brands or something, I don't know. Grand, I know where to stop off on the way, and I know what to bring you. I will be, Kill, I will be stopping off up anything, let me know. And obviously I know when I get to cross, pick you up a white chocolate dip twirl. 3 hours isn't bad, especially considering how long drive takes to visit far off places here. Yeah, it's all a matter of context, Little John. So like, for some people here, 3 hours is crazy drive. But that's because we can go east to west in 3 hours. But you'll have a roast chicken cooking for dinner. Nice. Assume he just doesn't. I'd say he probably just was looking at what he likes, or stuff that he saw in there. It was like, oh, we try this, try that, try the other. These are kind of good. You know, it could be loads of that stuff. Because I've sent to friends in the UK and friends in America before, I know what brands I tend to look for to let them try Irish stuff, and what brands not to. So it really depends. He doesn't export that much. And we are in Mayo. I mean, there's still plenty of counties I haven't been to either, to be honest with you. I haven't spent a lot of time in. I don't think I've ever spent any time in Kerry. I've only spent a small amount of time in Cork. Though more recently with the company I work for being based in Cork, I've definitely spent more time recently in Cork. I've spent a lot of time in Waterford and spent a bit, not much time in Wexford. I spent a fuck ton of time in Wicklow. A lot of the Midlands. I mean, there's no reason to, so I haven't really. I've driven through most counties, but Donegal's another one I've not spent a lot of time in. I really need to plan a trip to Donegal and spend a bit of time up there. There's some gorgeous places there to see, and I've just not really done it. I don't know why. It's crazy when like there's so many countries I've visited outside that there's so many places within my own country I still haven't visited. Sure, they're not going anywhere. It's plenty of time. And I kind of tend to prioritize visiting foreign countries, experiencing different cultures and shit like that over staying in country, but I also like to take trips. And I'm lucky in that I get to do what I'm doing today, because I have friends in Mayo that I can go visit. And I get to go hang with them, which is awesome. Yeah, so Kill, I'll be doing a stop in Ballina and a stop and cross, so if you need any, let me know. I'll pick up bits. I know you're saying you got the chicken for dinner, so I'm just thinking about like lunches and stuff for tomorrow and for the rest of the week. I don't know how Caustic is situated. In the group. Oh shit, I just realised the signal quality is pretty piss poor here, so I don't know how much you're hearing. That photo I sent you in the group, I've added 4 more bottles to that, I think. So yeah, there's a lot of cans. And I don't know if you this always happens as we enter into Mayo for the first few kilometres. Anyway, the signal gets a bit choppy. It's grand. Off the Knock Airport. No, actually, I tell a lie, that's twice, because I brought Hoot back as well. Brought Rage back once, I think, years ago. And Hoot once as well. make sure when I'm in the shops I don't buy more booze. The temptation is there for sure, but I'm like, yeah, I don't need more. There's so much. I was almost tempted to bring an extra bottle of something, and it's just like, oh, I have plenty here. We need more, we can get more. Signal for the first couple of kilometers when we cross the border of Mayo. There tends to be a little bit of a blackout area. I mean, there's blackout areas everywhere anyway, and it's always going to be spotty coverage while driving in places, because you're constantly switching phone mast to phone mast as you're going through areas. And I know from having worked, when I used to work for a phone company, I'm used to have issues with people getting connections and signals and shit. Some areas, the phone masts aren't great, but it's also sometimes some phones just get stuck on a mast, and then it shows that there's no connection because they didn't disconnect and deregister from that to register to the new one. It's weird shit like that can happen sometimes. Varies really. Average speed zones, okay. I'm trying to make sure that those get lost and they come to Mayo. Yeah, it's trying to make sure they don't end up in Mayo. It's like, fuck off the Galway, will you? Don't come to Mayo. Dirty dogs. How dare they? Oh, it's funny, I was only looking at I've been looking up cars because I need a new car. Well, I don't need, but this thing is kind of on its last legs, or certainly getting close. And I was looking at the same make and model, and one of the ones that was on sale was in Ballina. I just laughed when I saw that. Like, interesting. I haven't decided, and I'm not pulling the trigger on anything anytime soon. This still will do the job for what I need it to do. It's just I need certain certificates to get sorted, if you get me. I might go home with a new car. Oh, I definitely won't go home with a new car. I can tell you that much now. I don't have the spare cash for that right now. My money is put aside for other shit right now. So car, I mean, I could take out a loan for a car anyway if I need one, but I don't really need, like, you know what I mean? It's gonna be an eventuality, but this still runs and drives fine. It just needs a certificate, if you get me. I'm saying it without saying it, Gil. Just a national car test that needs to be sorted. But yeah, we'll see. New cars are too expensive. Oh, I will never ever buy a new car, Little John. Never. I yourself to buy a brand new car for that exact reason. That like the second you drive it off the lot, you've lost a decent amount of money on that car. Now, there's some cars that hold their value really well, and I do know that, but like I just couldn't, I wouldn't feel right myself about buying a brand new car. Like, fuck that noise. I couldn't. Not when there's so many really good second hands out there for really good prices. Would I go hybrid? Yeah, if it was the right price and the right car, yeah. Would I go EV? I mean, I live in Dublin, so I could easily go EV. And even that, quite frankly, EV has plenty of places around now where you can easily charge up, and it's not crazy anymore. It's not like insane difficulty to get them charged, and the charging is a lot quicker these days, so I wouldn't be against EV. The only thing that would put me against it would be the cost, because EV is still, or most EVs, even second-hand, they're still extremely expensive. So I wouldn't be in a hurry to do that. Hyundai is the most popular brand in Ireland. Yeah, two of my cars have been Hyundai since. So I did like them. I would, in a hurry, I would get another one of these. So I'm driving a Ford Focus. It's been one of the most reliable cars I've ever driven. I would absolutely get another one. EV, the electricity net here is already overloaded. Oh really? Yeah, nah, we're good for here. I would definitely get another one of these cars. Also, one of my brothers drives a Kia Ceed, and he swears by it. Like, so much so that he's looking at buying a new car next year, and it's gonna be a Kia Ceed. He's had zero issues with that car. So I know a few reliables that I'm looking at. But we will see. I'm not committing to anything yet. I'm just kind of keeping my eye around different car sites to see what's going, what kind of money is out there for different cars and all that kind of thing, you know. Hitchhiker, huh? Let's get a hitchhiker. Not a chance. Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking to spend crazy money on a car right now anyway. I'm only talking about looking at something that's gonna be 5 to 8 grand or something like that. I'm not going crazy because I don't see the point in I can't justify spending a hell of a lot of money on a car because I don't drive enough. I work from home, so I don't have to do a daily drive to an office, and usually my normal driving week is like Monday to Friday. I'll probably only leave the house in the car on a Thursday to go do a food shop, and then on the weekends I might go off somewhere. But it doesn't get driven every day. It's not crazy. It's not a lot of distance, so I just couldn't justify putting that much money into something I don't use a fuck ton, you know what I mean? I'll get one eventually, because charging home is way cheaper than buying gas, especially if someone living in California where it costs double what it costs here in Alabama. That's crazy. The thing is though, Little John, like for fuel, certainly there's a lot of things in the US that are more expensive than they are in a lot of other countries. I've done comparisons with American friends, and petrol is way cheaper there than it is here, like substantially cheaper. I'll think the last time I did the calculations, because it was like, oh, I remember somebody saying it was like, say, $3 a gallon or something like that. With our petrol prices are per litre, and with our petrol prices, I think it worked out at like, say, $8 a gallon or something crazy like that. But that said, we do have a lot less distance to cover and a lot less gas guzzlers, I guess. So it kind of works out. But yeah, petrol is insane by comparison. Filled the tank in this yesterday. It cost me, I think, €78 to fill it. And I've heard friends in the US talk about filling a tank up and it costs $25-30. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. What's going on with that? Breakdown as well, and it's all taxes. Like, the reason our petrol costs so much is the Irish government are greedy as fucking taxes that they put on petrol. Like, it's something like 52% of the price of petrol is just taxes. About a third of what y'all pay for gas. Yeah, someone in California pays maybe 20% less than we do. Costs in California are a lot higher. Okay, interesting. That is one thing I find though that's kind of good here, is like fuel prices are pretty universal here. You're not going to find anywhere that is drastically cheaper or drastically more expensive. It's usually a couple of cents per litre in the difference. And in most places it'll be 1 or 2 cents in the difference. Some places will take the piss and they'll charge like 5 cents more per litre. And then there's always places that have like celebrations and birthdays or anniversaries, and they'll sell it insanely cheap for a limited time. But that's the rare occasion. But most places it seems to cost the same, roughly. County to county, it doesn't really change. Again, it's because the Irish government charge an insane amount of tax on petrol. $7.75 per gallon, there you go. Yeah, I knew it was something crazy like that. Where I know, I think Butterfly told me before recently, it cost her like $25 to fill up her tank. It was like $3 something per gallon. I was like, get the fuck, that's insane. Like, it was definitely, we were Little John. The engine size. Although I think he's measured different than we do, so I don't know. Ford Ranger. Right, so that's a bigger. That's something like what's in front of me here. The small truck. Well, small is a matter of perspective. I think what you call a small truck might not be a small truck here, but it's a truck, so it's gonna have a decent sized engine on it. Like, I'm driving a Ford Focus as a 1.4 litre engine, and the fuel tank probably has about 40 litre capacity or something like that, maybe. Already seen Kill. I'm in Foxford. I always love, to this day, Google Maps still tells me to go straight up there. Like, yeah, this is where I ignore you with Google Maps. You're wrong. You don't go straight up there. And now it will consistently tell me to take a left turn here as well. Like, yep, I ain't doing that either. We're not coming in the back way. You're not sure, probably standard model, so maybe 2.5 litre. Yeah, so that would be big here. So I know you're saying it's a small truck for you, but people quite happily, there's plenty of people out there who will drive a 1 litre car or 1.2, 1.4s for petrol engines. Typical diesel is usually a 1.6 to a 2. Google is always, oh no, I get that. Here's a 1998 model, nice. See, the other thing that annoys the piss out of me about here is, like, I've had some really nice cars that I really enjoyed driving and wanted to keep, but as they got much older, the insurance companies start charging stupid money for the insurance on the car and trying to use its age as a justification. Like, I remember before I bought this car, the car I had, I really liked it, but the insurance company wanted double the car's worth for insurance because of the car's age. And I just said, no, fuck that. For the money they wanted, I was able to go out and buy a new car and insurance for what they would have wanted to insure my older car. So I just couldn't justify it. So I got rid of that and took this car. And thankfully, it's not been bad at all. I mean, this is an 18-year-old car. And insurance is still pretty decent. Your dad's truck and mom's SUV is a lot bigger than yours. I mean, doesn't have to be big cars. Like, I prefer smaller vehicles. I don't like a big car. Like, I don't understand. There's so many people, especially in Dublin, who will drive like Range Rovers and Land Rovers and large SUVs and shit like that. Excuse me. people who won't leave Dublin. They just drive around the city. It's like, they're not cars you need for living in a city. You don't need a large car in a city. I get them if you have families and stuff like that, or you have kids, you need a larger vehicle, you need a 7-seater. I understand that kind of thing, but just average person driving around in a huge car, I don't get it. Yeah, I know, especially with Range Rovers and stuff like that, it is a status symbol. I 100% agree with that. That is the case. But if you're outside of the country, if you're outside of the city and you're living in the country and you live in rural, I also understand having a large vehicle, because you might need a vehicle that has 4x4 because weather conditions on certain roads, and certain roads don't get the attention they do because it's rural. They won't get the ice, they won't get all this extra shit, so having a larger vehicle means you don't have to worry about that shit. I understand that. You don't need a large car in a big city. Yeah, exactly. Bigger vehicles for off-road or for rural or transport. Yeah, exactly. Trailers or boats, or like you'll see people with cattle or horses and stuff like that, and they're transporting them with their jeeps. I get that shit. That makes perfect sense. If you have a large amount of land you need to travel over and you need something that's a 4x4, it makes sense. If you're a farmer or landowner or you're living in a very rural area, having a larger vehicle makes sense. Yeah, Land Rovers to drop the 2 kids at the school in Dublin. Yeah, default. Exactly, that makes no fucking sense. Like, having a large car that's only ever driven in the city and is primarily used to drop kids to school is just lunacy. I'll never understand it. If you have a load of kids and you need a 7-seater, I understand having like an SUV or a 7-seater because it gives you more space for bringing your kids around and their friends around. I get that shit, I understand that. But average Joe that doesn't have to deal with that shit, driving those kind of cars, I just don't get. And I've family friends who I know who drive larger vehicles without, like, they don't have kids, they never leave the city. Their daily driver's a Jeep. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you driving a Jeep in the city all day, every day? It's weird. Going AFK for a bit? No worries, dude. Sure, it won't be too much longer till I stop off to grab food anyway. But thank you for the look. problem here is now we're about to hit the 60 zone, I think. No, we're not. Okay, I'm wrong. I'm in no real hurry. If I was going all the way, I would probably overtake him here, but I'm making a stop off soon, so I don't really care that much. I'm not in that much of a crazy rush. Scranton, Pennsylvania, apparently. I always think it's funny when you start seeing a lot of these twinned with signs. I never really understand what significance it has. I must really look into that. I never think to, but what does a city being twinned with another city have to do for it? Or does it do for it? Shit, to be honest. The new look Tesco banana. If you say so. That is where we finish. We have arrived at our first destination. I'm going to go in and do some shopping and get some food in. So that will be the end of the stream. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Thank you for the lurks. Thank you for the chats. Thank you Belle for resubbing. I didn't get the notification unfortunately, so I couldn't say it in person at the time. But yeah, I will not be streaming the rest of this week. I will update the stream schedule in Discord for when I will be live again, but likely not for the next 2 weeks. Enjoy the rest of your weekends. Have a great week. I'll catch you later. Bye now.